He didn't love her loudly. He loved her correctly. He didn't rush her. He didn't pressure her. He didn't betray her. He simply waited. And that was his greatest mistake. Because nobody warns you that sometimes the person who waits the longest is the one who leaves with nothing. Daniel remembered the exact moment his life quietly changed. It was a Tuesday, ordinary, forgettable, the kind of day that disappears from memory. Except this one didn't. Zara stood at the bus stop, hugging a book to her chest like it contained her entire soul. The wind toyed with her hair, and she looked up just as Daniel glanced across the road. Their eyes met. It wasn't dramatic. No music, no slow motion, just a look. And yet, something inside Daniel whispered, "That's her." He didn't believe in love at first sight, but he believed in recognition. That strange feeling when your heart reacts before your mind can argue. They spoke awkwardly at first. Names, small talk, shared complaints about late buses and tired lives. By the time the bus arrived, Daniel already knew something dangerous had begun. Their relationship wasn't flashy. No public drama, no toxic cycles, no on and off confusion. Just two people choosing each other every day. Zara loved deeply, but gently. She wasn't demanding. She didn't rush him. She believed love was something you nurtured, not chased. Daniel admired that. He loved how she listened with her whole face, how she remembered little things, how she talked about the future with innocent certainty. Marriage wasn't a taboo word for them. It lived comfortably in their conversations. "Someday," Zara would say, smiling. Daniel always replied, "Not someday, soon." And he meant it. Daniel didn't just love Zara. He prepared for her. He turned down reckless friendships. He avoided temptations others joked about. He planned finances, stability, respect. Every decision had a destination. Her. He didn't buy the ring yet, but he saved for it. He didn't propose, but he practiced the words. In his mind, he already stood at the altar. Zara didn't know how deeply he planned. Or maybe she did, and slowly began to fear the weight of it. The first year passed easily. The second year came with questions. By the third year, waiting became noticeable. Zara's friends were getting engaged. Her social media turned into wedding reels and baby showers. She tried not to compare, but comparison doesn't ask permission. At night, she would lie beside Daniel, staring at the ceiling, wondering if love was supposed to feel this uncertain. Daniel still said, "I'm working on it," and Zara still nodded, but hope had begun to feel heavier than love. It happened quietly. Zara stopped bringing up marriage, not out of anger, out of self-protection. Daniel noticed, but convinced himself it was maturity. She understands, he thought. But understanding without reassurance slowly turns into doubt, and doubt is where love begins to die. He entered her life without drama, a colleague, a friend, someone who listened when Zara spoke about fear instead of dreams. He didn't flirt aggressively, he didn't disrespect Daniel, he simply represented something Daniel couldn't yet give: certainty. Zara didn't cheat, but her heart began to imagine a future without waiting, and imagination is often the beginning of goodbye. Daniel finally sensed the distance. One night, voice shaking, he said the words he'd rehearsed 1,000 times. "I'm ready. I want to marry you this year." Zara broke down. She broke until her chest hurt. Daniel held her, believing love had finally won. But inside Zara's tears lived something else: regret and guilt, and a realization she wasn't brave enough to say out loud. The breakup wasn't explosive. No insults, no accusations, just two people sitting across from each other. "I love you," Zara said softly, "but I can't keep waiting." Daniel tried to reason, tried to plan, tried to fix, but some endings don't want fixing. When she walked away, she closed the door gently, and Daniel stood there, staring at a future that no longer recognized him. Daniel didn't cry immediately. He packed away memories, deleted notes, folded hope into silence. Then the invitation arrived. Zara's wedding. Another man's name. Another life. That night, Daniel finally cried, not because she left, but because he waited correctly and still lost everything.
The morning Zara got married, the sky was painfully beautiful. Daniel noticed that first. Sunlight poured through his window like nothing in the world had gone wrong. Birds sang, traffic moved, people laughed somewhere in the distance. The world did not pause for heartbreak. Daniel sat on the edge of his bed, staring at his phone. The invitation lay on the table, untouched. He had memorized every word on it already. Together with their families, joyfully invite you. Joy. He wondered how many people knew how long her joy had been built on his waiting. He didn't wear black. He didn't cry dramatically. He simply stayed home, because some love losses are too deep to be witnessed. That afternoon, Daniel did something he had avoided for months. He opened the folder on his laptop. Inside were plans he never shared with anyone, a savings spreadsheet labeled Our Home, notes of proposal ideas, baby names written casually like jokes to the future, a document titled Vows. He read them slowly. Every word had been written with certainty. Not maybe, not if, forever. Daniel closed the laptop and realized something terrifying. He hadn't just lost Zara. He had lost the version of himself who believed love was always rewarded. A part of him expected it. A call, a message, a moment of hesitation. I can't do this. But Zara didn't call, because by the time people leave quietly, they've already said goodbye many times in their head. Daniel understood that now. Weeks passed, then months. People told Daniel he was strong. They praised his maturity, his silence, his dignity. But nobody asked what waiting had cost him. Waiting had cost him sleep. Waiting had cost him confidence. Waiting had cost him years he would never get back. He didn't regret loving Zara. He regretted believing love should always wait. There were things Daniel never said, that he had already spoken to his parents, that he had chosen a ring, that he delayed proposing because he wanted her life to be easier, not harder. He never told her because love doesn't keep score, but loss does. It happened unexpectedly. A grocery store, a quiet aisle. Zara looked different. Not happier, just settled. They exchanged polite smiles. "How are you?" she asked. Daniel answered honestly for the first time. "I'm learning." She nodded. She wanted to say more. So did he. But some conversations come too late to heal anything. They walked away in opposite directions, and Daniel realized closure doesn't always come from words. Sometimes it comes from survival. Daniel didn't harden his heart. He didn't become bitter. He became aware. Aware that love without timing is suffering. Aware that patience without reassurance is pain. Aware that being good doesn't guarantee being chosen. He loved again someday, but differently, with boundaries, with clarity, with courage to walk away when waiting became one-sided. One night, years later, Daniel wrote something simple in a notebook. "I wasn't wrong to love her. I was wrong to believe love should hurt for that long." He closed the notebook, and for the first time, he felt free. Some people lose love because they cheat. Some lose love because they lie. But the most painful loss belongs to the lover who stays faithful, waits patiently, builds silently, and still watches the person they hoped to marry choose someone who arrived later but offered sooner. Because love doesn't always fail. Sometimes timing does.